Silence. It's a thing larger than life itself. Who can say where it begins or ends? Who can say if it even has a beginning or end? Make no mistake, the world of silence is vast, and even if you studied it for thousands of years, you probably wouldn't even scratch its surface. But what is silence exactly? We throw around that term so often, but do we really know what it means? Can we truly say that we understand everything it stands for? Honestly, it doesn't appear so by a long shot. Oh, it's easy enough to say that silence is simply the absence of noise, of course. But that phrasing is extremely ambiguous, because it doesn't even attempt to address the fundamentally positive nature of silence. It's like describing a dog as a creature that lacks wings, or water as a thing which isn't dry. You can't define anything accurately by simply expressing what a thing lacks. You have to go into the positive, definite characteristics, because we primarily identify things by what they have and not by the things that they don't have. So it's not really accurate at all to say that silence is just the absence of sound. Because make no mistake, the nature of silence is a shining and affirmative thing, as bright as the sun and as vivid as the northern lights. It's not a lack of noise. Rather, it's the fullness of noiselessness, and has just as much power to change our lives for the better as noise does for the worst. Because the quality of silence encompasses all of the richest virtues of a focused, undistracted nature. Those who are silent listen. Those who are silent make themselves receptive to all the wisdom the world has to offer. Those who are silent open themselves to inspiration from anyone and anything. Above all, those who are silent take time to examine their own consciences and carefully consider whether they're living in a manner that befits the dignity of their persons. And those are all the most important qualities of human nature. There's a common misconception that to be silent means to be, well, dumb and unassertive. But this is not true. Again, to assume that would be to assume that silence is insubstantial. But it's not, by a long shot. Silence, make no mistake, is a whole language unto itself. And amusingly enough, it's the loudest and most expressive language that exists. With silence, you can convey an infinitely diverse range of feelings, emotions, and ideas which are impossible to capture in any other language. You don't even have to be trying to make a vivid statement. Indeed, another oddity about the language of silence is that you tend to convey the most inspiring statements when you're not even trying. And ultimately, that's what it means to be wise, isn't it? So we can't necessarily say that silent types are unassertive. On the contrary, you could say that they're revolutionary for choosing to fight against our toxic culture of noise. I think it barely needs to be stated that our modern Western world is far too loud for its own good. Noise bombards our senses every waking hour of our days, and it comes from 1,000 different directions to plant the deadliest suggestions into our minds and drive us mad. There is no peace whatsoever to be found in our noise culture. And those who are devoted to silence realize that. Now, this isn't to say that we should all completely block out noisy things like the internet and the news. I dare say that's just not practical for the majority of people in the West. Most of us need the internet these days to get around in the world, after all, and I need you here to watch my videos. But we can certainly get better about certain habits, can't we? Perhaps we don't need to tune in to social media, the news, and our favorite music platforms as often as we do, for example. Perhaps there's more time we can set aside for a quiet moment to ourselves once in a while. Take a quiet stroll around your neighborhood by yourself with no music playing. Sit down on a bench and take in your sights for a few minutes. Make a sandwich and eat it slowly by yourself without checking your phone. It doesn't have to be much. Silence is a potent energy, and it can do a lot for you in a short time. The main point is just to expose yourself regularly to that wondrous world. Because when you do that, you open yourself up to all the peace that that world can give you. And I dare say, we could all use more peace in our crazy lives. In conclusion, then, the essence of silence is the essence of true wisdom, sanity, and happiness. It's a force charged with so much inspiration that it has the power to give us an unparalleled sense of joy and purpose in our lives. Thank you so much for watching. Hey, you folks, thank you so much for watching this video. This was a special one for me, honestly. I just have so much to say about the value of silence all day, every day. It's a massive subject, and you really just can't explore it enough. But yeah, that said, I hope you all enjoyed my reflections. As always, don't forget to like and subscribe if you like my content. It means a ton. That's enough out of me for now, though. Hope you all have an awesome weekend. Take care.